Hey fam! I don't know if you can hear what's going on in the background, but my dad is off today and he's blasting classical music. I don't know, maybe it'll help me be more productive today. So we're gonna shoot a really fast, really informal, nothing crazy, super quick 20 random facts about me video. So that way you guys can get to know me a little more and I don't know, just talk to each other a bit. Sounds good to me. I actually made a list. I would lose my train of thought if I didn't have a list. So made a list. So I'm just gonna go through it real quick, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below and I will get to them. So let's get started. Random fact number 1. I am afraid of heights. It doesn't have to be where I'm like on a balcony and I'm looking over and like my heart drops to my stomach, kind of afraid of heights. Like, it scares me, it freaks me out. Which brings us to random fact number 2, which is kind of in connection to random fact number 1. I am tall, which people think it's so funny when I say I'm afraid of heights because I'm tall. They think there should be some type of connection there, like, oh, you're already tall, you're already, I don't know, 5 feet 9 inches in the sky. It's like, it doesn't work that way. It's being higher than what I'm used to. You didn't think of it that way, did you? Random fact number 3, I come from a big family. I have a big immediate family and I have a huge extended family. But my immediate family is very big. There's 7 of us that live all together. I have 3 brothers and a sister. It's a lot. It's a lot. Just fact number 4 that we're on. I am an animal lover. I am a huge animal lover. I have had animals my whole life growing up in the Bronx, which we'll get to that random fact. But growing up in the Bronx, we lived in an apartment and we couldn't have a cat or a dog. So the duration of my childhood, I've had, I think in total, 20 hamsters. At this point, I knew everything there was to know about hamsters. I was on a hamster forum, I did my research, I contributed to this hamster community. It was like a big deal in my childhood to see these hamsters born and see them grow up day by day. I kept like a journal and like wrote down the different milestones that they would hit, when they could hear, when they could see, when they were eating on their own. It was really nice, actually. That was a pretty significant part of my childhood. No shit. Okay, random fact number 5. Since I am a huge animal lover, I don't eat beef, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat pork, I don't eat sausage, I don't eat turkey. I still eat fish and I still eat eggs and dairy. You can't just, me personally, I can't just drop everything cold turkey. Sorry. Cold turkey, pescatarian, I don't know. I don't know. But that wasn't planned, by the way. That just kind of came out of my mouth and wasn't expecting it. Random fact number 6. My favorite food in the whole wide world is cereal. It is so good. It is cold and crunchy and satisfying. I love me some Lucky Charms. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love Fruity Pebbles. I love Fruit Loops. I like any cereal. I can't discriminate, but if I had to pick one, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my shit. I had a bowl last night for dinner, and I know a lot of people will get mad at me for saying that, but that was my dinner. So random fact number 7, which I kind of mentioned earlier. I was born in Manhattan, in New York City. I lived in Queens for 3 to 4 years, like the very beginning of my life. And then my family and I moved to the Bronx, and that's where I lived for 15 years. And then we moved to Jersey, and that's where I'm currently residing. Okay, random fact number 8. I'm huge into kickboxing. I love to kickbox. It's so good for you. It hurts. It hurts, and it sucks while you're doing it. It's so good, and you burn so many calories, and you build muscle at the same time, and I think that's amazing. Like, I want to have some strength, you feel me? I am very accident prone. I walk into things. I have broken toes. I've broken my leg. I have sprained my foot. I have had stitches. I have gotten into a number of fender benders. I am accident prone. Random fact number 10. I actually love random facts. I love random facts. I love knowing why things work. I like knowing the weird names of things. Like, I don't know, now I have to give you an example and I can't think of one. I believe the dot over a lowercase I is called a tittle. A T-I-T-T-L-E. I could be wrong, but pretty sure it's called a tittle. And I thought that was funny. I don't know, things like that. You guys probably think I'm nuts, but what else is in there? Okay, random fact number 11. We're almost done. I am a total huge believer in the universe. I totally believe in like your astrological sign being like key in your personality. I don't think that that should rule your personality. I think it explains your personality. But like, I'm an Aries, and whenever I go on Google and I Google Aries traits, everything they have to say is true. So I can't even front. I can't even be mad at it. Like, oh yeah, I'm stubborn and I'm hard-headed, but I'm passionate. So you can't take that from me. I guess random fact number 12 was in part with 11. I'm a huge believer in the universe. I'm a huge believer that everything happens for a reason. I'm a huge believer if you're running late, there's a reason you're running late. I don't know. I like to make these kind of connections, and I think everything happens for a reason. The things we do, the way we feel. And if we went through the bullshit for nothing, if we went through hard times for nothing, life would be a really fucked up place to be. Excuse my language. 13. I am huge, I guess that's the word of the day, huge. I am huge on respect. I think if someone lacks respect, I think if someone is not a very respectful person, I can't mess with you. I can't stand it. Children, I understand, because you're young and you're growing and you don't know any better. But if you're a disrespectful adult, it's like, what happened? Where did life go wrong? You're not winning. You're not winning. Number 14. I am afraid of the dark. So I guess I'm just a giant scaredy cat because I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of the dark, I'm afraid of it. Like, my thoughts get to me and I'm like, is that a shadow or a ghost? I don't know. I don't like the dark. Number 15. I can't really swim. I have like a 4-foot pool in my backyard. If God forbid I had to swim to save my life, I could probably doggy paddle in this bitch. I don't know, I was an inner city child and we didn't have pools. Let's see. Random fact number 16. I love to sing. I love to sing. I sing in the car, I sing in the shower, I sing along to episodes of Grey's Anatomy and cry at the same time. But I think the expression of singing, I think how you feel when you're singing a song, you're just feeling. I love it. I will keep that to myself, but I do love to sing. I do. 17, my nationality. I am half Puerto Rican. And then my other half is split into 2 halves. So I'm half Puerto Rican, quarter Cuban, quarter Ecuadorian. My mother is full Puerto Rican, and my dad is half Cuban, half Ecuadorian. Pretty mixed, and I like it. I like it like that. Random fact number 18, and this is like a whack one because I was running out of random facts about myself. I am double jointed in various places of my body. My thumbs are double jointed. When I raise my hand, like, my shoulder pops out of place. My hip is double jointed. I have some toes that are double jointed. I don't know what being double jointed actually entails. I've never actually looked it up. But as far as being double jointed is concerned in my world, as far as I understand it, I am double jointed. Random fact number 19. I promised my sister, my little sister Ava, she is my only sister, she's my favorite sister, and I told her when she was 8 that for her 18th birthday I would take her to Paris. So that's kind of like my life goal right now. Like, that's just where my mind is at. That's what I want to accomplish in 10 years, and I will make it happen. Blood, sweat, and tears. I will bust my ass and I will make it happen. And we're gonna go to Paris and have macaroons. I don't know. We will have haricots verts, and we will have other French food in the Eiffel Tower. I'll catch you guys up in 10 years when we get there. Last random fact, and I could put my notebook that I've been swinging around away. Random fact number 20. The last one on the list. I can prove it. Yesterday I was waiting for my sister and I never actually got to 20, like, it's blank, because I could not think of like a good lasting, I guess, number 20 random fact. I have been wanting to make YouTube videos my entire life. I remember being a kid in the Bronx watching YouTube videos, and I was fascinated. I was so fascinated by everything I was seeing, the community that was growing, and this is when I was like 12, I think. So that was like 10 years ago, and I used to watch a lot of Michelle Phan. I used to watch a lot of X Sparkage. I used to watch a lot of It's Judy Time. I used to watch a lot of Bub's Beauty. I used to watch a lot of Juicy Star 07, All That Glitters 21. Like, I used to watch all of them, and I would be in awe of like the content that they were making, their bedrooms, because they had these vast bedrooms that were giant, and they had like their own beauty section set up, and I wanted those things so bad. I felt like I could make the content that they were making too. It wasn't within reach for me, and it wasn't a I guess realistic thing for me to even do at the time. Like, I didn't understand how these things worked. I didn't understand, you know, how much equipment goes into it. I didn't understand the time. And as time went on, and as I got older, I dabbled in makeup. So what I did have, I worked with it. And I remember I had like this little, like, I think it was like this little eyeshadow thing from like CVS, and I used Q-tips to apply it, or I used my fingers. To me, it was the most fascinating thing, because even when I was like a freshman in high school, and I would do one-eyed blue and one-eyed purple and this crazy wing liner, the girls would come up to me and be like, wow, that's so cool, how'd you do that? And then in my head, I'm like, girl, this should look busted today. But so fast forward a number of years, I now work as a hair and makeup artist. I was able to invest in you know, a little bit of equipment. I have like a little corner in my room that I dedicate to doing these kind of things, and it's so surreal. And I know I'm not huge at all in any in any respect of the YouTube world. I have like 10 subscribers, and this is my second video, but just to be able to sit here and say I'm doing it, and it's happening, and I'm filming, and I'm learning how to put myself out there, and I'm finally doing what I've wanted to do for the past 10 years. It is the most rewarding thing for me. You have to find what you love, and you have to chase that shit down, and you gotta make it happen for yourself, because nobody's gonna make it happen for you. Hustle for you. You gotta get that shit done, because you may have all the want in the world, but if you don't go out and make that shit happen, like, what's the point of life? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you gotta hustle, if you gotta have a side hustle, if you have to have 2 jobs, if you have to stay up late, if you have to wake up early, make it happen. Because I only have 1 video up. I guess this is the second one. But just like the 10 comments I got on my first one, it feels so good. And I want everyone to have that feeling. It sounds crazy, but it's true. And if it's not making videos, if it's something else, whatever it may be, it could be something, it could be anything. It could have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but if you have a dream and you want it, you go and you make it happen. Fuck what anybody else thinks, you make it happen. And I'm done being deep for today. So that's it. 20 random facts about me. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better. I hope I answered some questions. If anything I said sparked an idea, if anything I said made you want to hear something more, just let me know. Just leave it down below, or follow me on Instagram and send me a message, or whatever you'd like to do. Just get it to me and I'll make it happen. Yeah, but that's it. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Do you, and I will see you guys later. Bye.